Here we are with the Hope College women's basketball team, victorious in the first round of the NCAA Division III tournament over Cornell College 75-50, advanced to play Washington St. Louis tomorrow at 7 o'clock here at DeVos Fieldhouse. From our left, head coach by Morehouse, Olivia, Voskuil, Francesca, Buchanan, and Victoria Swift. Coach Morehouse, if you could begin with an opening statement.
Always feel privileged to be in the tournament and advance. I mean, every game is a battle. There are no easy ones. I thought that Cornell presented a lot of different challenges for us with their matchup zone. In particular, I thought it gave us fits early on, kept them in the ball game, and then of course they hit 2 half-court shots, which that was 6 of their 24 in the first half. But I think our kids were resilient, and I think we kept battling, found different ways to score against their matchup zone, and executed, I thought, really well in the second half. I thought the first half, a little nervous energy, and I think that bled into our free throw shooting a little bit. But overall, just really excited about advancing, playing well enough to win, and moving on.
If there's such a thing as a difficult 25-point win, I kind of felt this game was a little bit like that, for at least the first 3 quarters. They competed hard, and they really made you earn a lot of what you got.
I did. I thought they competed very hard. I thought that we competed hard. I think we just made more. I mean, we made baskets, and I think they shot 28%. We shot 42, 43% in the game. But I thought the second half, we really hit our rhythm with just slowing down a little bit and not throwing the ball all over the gym, not just taking the first available shot. I thought we ground out more possessions. We found some stuff at the end of the first half that we felt really good about, and then I think we used that as we went into the second half. And we're just more patient on offense. So, and I think that the one constant was I thought we rebounded. We said the last thing that we said before we left the locker room to go on the floor for the game was, we need to rebound if we want to advance. And I believe that is going to be true throughout the run. We'll either rebound tomorrow or it'll be over. And that's the great thing about the NCAA tournament. Most of what happens comes down to effort, and I think rebounding is definitely an effort thing.
So each of you did some integral things during the game, right? To be here today to talk about it. Olivia, I thought you were doing not only making layups, but your assists were very good today, and your offensive rebounding. Frankie, again, a double-double. And Victoria, your points per minute were pretty high. In the first half, you played 9 minutes and had 8 points. So can you each speak to what you felt your role was today in this game, and then how you went about executing that?
So I'll start. So for the assists, I don't know. I think we spread the floor really well in our 45 offense, and they played behind in the post, and we talked a lot about flashing the post, always moving the post. So Frankie was always on the run, and that really helped for that.
Oh, we gotta move the mic. Sorry. Yeah, you spoke to a double-double. I don't get that double-double unless somebody's passing it to me, so like Boss was saying. And I don't get those rebounds if somebody on my team's not boxing out or if I'm not boxing out. So a lot of what I do goes back to my team. They work hard, I work hard, and you saw it today. When you work hard and you do what you're supposed to, you win a game. So, yeah, I mean, that's all I can really speak to how well I played and whatnot, but I think it's the team that played well and we won.
Awesome. Yeah, similar. I think this week we put a lot of work in, knowing where we need to be on the floor, what we want to get, what we're all about. And I think that I had confidence coming knowing my team is behind me, and when I'm open I can shoot. And that's awesome when it goes in. And they did a great job passing me the ball, did a great job moving, screening, all the above. So, yeah.
In the first half, Olivia, you had a breakaway for a layup. And a lot of times, at least in the guys' game, you're used to a guy dunking on that. And I started yelling in my head, dunk it, dunk it. Can you dunk a basketball?
No, but I can touch the rim.
Does that ever go through your head when you're just kind of going in for a layup? You're like,
Love that question.
no, never? Okay.
I yell dunk it when she gets breakaways.
Yeah.
I do, I yell, I dunk it! And
Okay, so I'm not the only one.
That's a big go.
our goal is to have a dunk a tennis ball by next year.
Yes, I'm a great
Frankie, you had you were very aggressive in the paint, but it seemed like it took a while for you to get your rhythm, and they were very physical. Is that something you saw also?
Yeah, oh, they're definitely a very physical team, and you know we knew that coming in it was going to be tough, and they were gonna crash on, like most teams have been doing. They were gonna crash like all their people onto the 5, and I think we handled it very well. You know, just because I'm not scoring doesn't mean the game's not going well. We have a very deep bench, very deep team, and you saw that today with Kennedy's threes and Gear's jump shots, like different things kind of go into that. But yeah, very physical team. But you know, we solved it. We made quick moves. We did what we practiced, and I mean, we came out on top.
Brian, that depth that's been a part in different people coming through at different times, how helpful is that when maybe you're not sharp early, maybe just different people that can come in and make a play or make a steal and a layup or something and create? You have a lot of different options for somebody creating that spark.
We do, and you know, I think Heather Randall played exceptionally well in the first half. She got some offensive rebounds for us. I think what Vic brought to the table today was this sense of calm. I mean, Vic always, she doesn't get sped up, and I thought that she was incredibly good in the first half at just playing calm. And there were a number of times in the second half where I said, you know, we would get a foul and we go to the free throw line and I'd say, Vic, get them together. Because I know that Vic is going to walk in there and she's just going to be like, hey guys, this is what we got to do. This is what coach wants to run. Like, we got this. And she just is a calming influence. And because she has so much confidence and calm, that when the game is going at a frenzied pace, which it was in the first half for a lot of time, she just slows the game down, and we ran a couple actions to her to get her threes, and I felt like she would bury them, and she made me feel really smart.
Victoria, you're known as a very exuberant person, with an understatement maybe.
Yeah,
just
maybe a little bit.
But obviously, but when you're on the court, that calm, where does that come from in terms of when you get on the court, you get into that game, that allows you to be composed and maybe not get caught up? That it can easily get caught up when the game is going frantically, and you know you feel kind of that pressure to want to perform well. Where does that calm come from?
Yeah, I would say definitely the amount of practice that we put in. There's a lot of confidence that's built over repetition and doing things over and over again. There's a lot of confidence that comes from knowing my coaches support me, knowing my teammates support me, and honestly knowing that I believe in this team so much that I don't get, you know, scared or nervous or anything, or like buy into the crowd or whatever when things go up and down, because I know, like, give us 40 minutes and like we got this. So that's like a lot of what goes through my head. And personality-wise, I like really just trust the Lord, and I'm kind of like, all right, like let's do what we need to do and get it done. So I think that even in hype games, it's like I definitely get, like, I'm excited, but it's more of an inward like confidence and excitement.
And then for Frankie, can you talk about the crowd today? And I mean, the great student section and the crowd. I mean, that's been, I mean, a consistent thing all year in terms of the support. You guys are going to lead the nation in attendance again. Let's talk about the crowd and what kind of lift maybe that guy gave. What they gave you today?
Yeah, you know, the crowd that we have is amazing. It says, I think 1,900 people. Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, it's always a really great feeling coming out of the locker room, kind of like when we go in at 9 and just before the game, and the place just erupts, and you're just like, wow, I get to play in DeVos today, and I get to play with these people watching. You know, they're such a dedicated crowd. I think it gives us a ton of energy, and it makes us proud to play on the court and play and win on the court. So I think it's just energy, and it's so much fun.
And I thought our student section was unbelievable.
Oh yeah, biggest I think we've had this season. Like that was huge.
Yeah. Our student section made a difference. I felt their energy from the tip. I really felt their energy. I thought it energized our kids on the defensive end and specifically on the rebounding. I thought that we were really energized in those two areas.
Olivia, I wanted to ask you about playing against a player like Diamond Bullet. Is that difficult to guard somebody who's that athletic? I mean, I know you didn't guard her one-on-one, but I mean, playing against a player like that, what's that like?
Yeah, definitely. It's always a challenge. I mean, especially like her physical strength too is like a really hard matchup for me, but it's just like knowing where she's going to go, try to get a first step on her, and then just try to beat her with my length.
And I thought a big key for us on that matchup was that we had to play against Brandy Dawson, the MVP of our league, 3 times this year. I thought they were very similar players, and I think that we had, early on, we tried a lot of different people, and then we went double big, and we put Olivia on her, and we really felt like her length was our best matchup there because even though she's tall, she's got really good lateral movement, and we thought that that combination of lateral movement and just making Diamond's catches and scores more difficult would pay off. And you know, it was very sad to me to see her injured late in that game, and I just told her what an outstanding player she was when we got a chance to shake her hand after the game. And I know that she came in, I'm guessing a little bit banged up. She was taped up, and that kid, she can play for me any day. That kid's a warrior. I mean, that kid is an absolute warrior. And I love how she plays. I love how she competes. I'm sure she had excuses that she could make. She didn't use one of them tonight. And she just went out there and gave it her all, emptied her tank, and she should be really proud of that career that she had.
Thank you all. Congratulations.
Awesome, thank you.